If you talk to me for like 4 minutes, I'll probably mention Garden of Life products. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my pantry and my fridge because I want you guys to get inspired and feel like that you can eat whatever you want as well, because I feel like I have food freedom now that I have gone through the whole eczema journey. And I know sometimes you can get discouraged and feel like there's nothing I can eat, yada yada yada. So just keep in mind that I am still technically stage 3 and I'm still, in the process of fully healing my body. Once you move out of stage 3 takes about a year. Once you're finally out of that, then you can slowly try introducing little things, like you can have a little gluten here or there or a little refined sugar and you won't have a breakout. But I will probably continue living this way for the rest of my life because I like it. I feel good, honestly. And so I have one cabinet of food there, and then I have like a fridge full of some things I want to show you, and most of it's tahini. So if you guys are ready, let's jump into my pantry. Alright, I have moved you guys over to my pantry. I only have about 2 shelves of like pantry things, and this top one is just Tupperware. Okay, let's start from this side and move our way towards this side. So first, I literally have a pile of tahini. So I have Trader Joe's tahini, and then I have this other brand of tahini. It's called Baron, and I ordered this off of Amazon. And then we have a star attraction here. We have Four Sigmatic Mushroom Hot Chocolate. So if you've watched a couple of my other videos, you'll know that caffeine, there's enough research to prove that it actually makes autoimmune disorders worse. So instead of doing Four Sigmatic's mushroom coffee, which is like their whole product like thing, like that's what they always push is their coffee, they actually have hot chocolate. And so this one is with cordyceps. So with people with Th2 dominant, which is eczema, mushrooms actually, like certain types of mushrooms, will actually balance out our immune systems. If you have psoriasis, don't do this because it actually will agitate the psoriasis more. Then we have walnuts and macadamia nuts. So I just keep them in little jars. And then we have my seeds. So I have chia seeds and I have hemp seeds. And if you've never seen hemp seeds before, they're a little bit bigger than the chia seeds. Then we have my coconut section, and I have coconut butter, coconut oil, coconut flakes, and coconut milk. And if you didn't know this, if you stick this can in the fridge, it'll actually separate into coconut milk and coconut cream. So the cream goes to the very top. And this is awesome to bake with, but I will use this in my smoothies. If you look at my accounts at all, like my Instagram, you'll know that I love making smoothie bowls. And so it's basically you pour a smoothie in a bowl and put a bunch of toppings on it. So a lot of the things here are toppings, so like the coconut flakes. And then at the very back here, we have carob powder. And when I was in stage 1, I really tried to avoid chocolate, and so I switched everything over to carob. It doesn't have any of the antioxidants that would agitate eczema like chocolate does, and it doesn't have any caffeine. Now I eat chocolate because I love it. I use coconut oil for literally everything, and then I'll use the coconut butter for cooking as well. So I would use like chia seeds and hemp seeds to top with. I'll use walnuts and macadamia nuts to top with. And then my tahinis I use in my stir fries all the time. Now we're onto this shelf. So we have my prized possession, my protein powder. So if you talk to me for like 4 minutes, I'll probably mention Garden of Life products. I'm obsessed with their bars and I'm obsessed with their protein powder. And here's why. I used this protein powder pretty much the entire time I was healing my eczema. It has a giant amino acid profile. So it has like glutamine, glycine, all the things to repair leaky gut. And it also has probiotics. And if you watch my videos, you know I preach probiotics as well. So not only that, but it has so many nutrients in it because it has all sorts of other like nutritious like powerhouse foods. Like it has flax seeds, buckwheat, millet. It has like chlorella, which is a algae. And so basically that all adds up into having like a bunch of selenium, iron, vitamin D, critical for your immune system, vitamin K, magnesium. So needless to say, I preach this. So right beside that I have some avocado oil, and I use this to cook with because olive oil is really great. Eat it all you want, but put it on salads, like eat it raw. But don't cook with it because olive oil can't resist temperatures as high as the temperatures that avocado oil can deal with. So basically, at certain temperatures, it starts to oxidize, which releases free radicals in your body. Free radicals leads to cancer. So use avocado oil if you're like pan frying or like sauteing something. Then for people who like crunchy salty, I have two things to show you. I have these little rice crackers, and I used to eat them with salsa, but I don't eat salsa as much anymore. So they're just like these little rice crackers. They have a really good crunch, a nice amount of salt. Then we have, I'm obsessed. I'm not even a salty person, but these are my favorite snack. So they are called Paleo Puffs, and this one is like the cheesy flavor, but the thing is, it's not made out of cheese, it's just seasoned with nutritional yeast, which gives a cheesy flavor. These are amazing. They're literally cheese puffs. They're so, so, so good. So speaking of nutritional yeast, I have nutritional yeast, and I'll literally put it on everything. Like today, so let me just make a disclaimer. I don't eat soy products often, okay? So if you are a woman, I'm gonna briefly touch on this. Soy actually does have phytoestrogen in it, which means it has estrogen, which means your liver will have a hard time trying to deal with all the estrogen. You'll end up having symptoms. So if you want to eat soy products, do it when you're on your period. So like if you're taking like birth control and you're taking estrogen pills, use soy products on your period. Just trust me. I'll have to make a video on it because it's a long story. Anyway, I put the nutritional yeast on my tofu to get it to crisp up on the outside. All right, recently I've been on this kick with this brand. It's called Ancient Nutrition. And I think it's created by Dr. Axe. He's a doctor that talks about like natural healing. Basically, this is flavored bone broth, and you can use it in smoothies. And I'll actually take the chocolate one and make like a hot chocolate with it. And it's so good. It tastes really, really good. And they actually came out with a pumpkin spice one that I'm gonna go get today. Me and my roommate are gonna split it. So, get your bone broth in because bone broth heals leaky gut. Back there I have maca powder. Maca powder is something called an adaptogen. Adaptogens allow your body to adapt. So basically, if you're traveling a lot, try to include maca powder into your smoothies or yogurt or whatever. It has kind of a strong taste to it, so only use maybe like a teaspoon. Then I have PB2, and I'm very on the fence when it comes to peanuts. If you have it in moderation, I think it's okay. But basically PB2 is powdered peanut butter, and the only ingredient is peanuts. So if you want to like make a chocolate peanut butter shake, you'll pour some PB2. And then my last thing in my cabinet is some rice vinegar, and I'm really obsessed with sushi, like I'm not gonna lie. And sushi rice is seasoned with rice vinegar, and so sometimes I'll take cauliflower rice and then pour a little bit of this on it just to make it have that like sushi taste. And by the way, you can have rice. I just try to limit my intake of grains, but it has nothing to do with eczema. And that's it for the pantry. And then I'm gonna dig some items out of my fridge and just kind of hold them up because my fridge is messy. Okay, the first two things out of my fridge I want to show you is Trader Joe's raw almond butter. The only ingredients, raw almonds. It literally tastes fantastic. Then I have sauerkraut in this hand. Sauerkraut has probiotics, and sauerkraut's made from cabbage. Cruciferous vegetables, like cabbage, work to heal leaky gut. So, get you some sauerkraut. It has a very offensive smell and taste, so it's not for everyone. If you love Japanese food like I do, you probably want soy sauce. Fun fact, soy sauce actually contains gluten. It's made from wheat. So tamari is gluten-free soy sauce. And then I'll also substitute it for coconut aminos. Coconut aminos have a soy sauce taste, but it's more on the sweet side. So then on to milks. So I'll always go for an unsweetened, I usually like unsweetened vanilla, but today it's just unsweetened. This one is almond and cashew. I also really like, there's one brand that put out flax milk. I love that one. I like So Delicious coconut milk, unsweetened vanilla. Basically, you have to check the ingredients and make sure that it doesn't have carrageenan in it and that it doesn't have sugar in it. So, that's my milk. I wanted to briefly touch on desserts because I literally eat desserts maybe twice a day. But the thing is, the desserts are made from good ingredients. So there's a brand called Perfect Bar. The only flavor that you can have is the chocolate walnut brownie because it doesn't have milk and it doesn't have eggs. All the other flavors have milk and eggs, but this one's fantastic. It has chocolate chips and walnuts and it tastes super good. And then I'm gonna leave you guys in 1 second after I show you my ice cream. So we're gonna wrap up the video here. Here's my favorite ice cream. It's by Mud. It's not sold everywhere. It's a pretty new company. You can go follow them on Instagram. Basically, it's delicious, and they say you can use it as like a coffee creamer. Not that you guys are drinking coffee, right? But it only has 5 ingredients. The ingredients are coconut cream, dates, cashews, vanilla, and a different type of vanilla. So, I love it, and I'm gonna show you the inside of it. It's like this. It's pretty icy, but it's still creamy. So, that wraps up this video. I hope you guys liked seeing into my world, my food, my life. I know I get a bunch of questions about what I specifically eat, what brands I eat, so there it is. That's pretty much what I always eat. There's, of course, more food in there. It's just not anything interesting. Like, I eat tons of vegetables. Like, there's kale in there, celery, spinach, I have frozen avocados, frozen broccoli, but just like the special items that you guys would probably be curious about, that's what I highlighted today. So, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up so I know that you like my content. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and please press that little bell icon because that way you get notified when I post. And I'm starting to post a lot more often. So, I love you guys. I hope this helped. And if you want to work with me as a health coach client, go to my website. It's linked down below. Love you guys.